Hi traders. Today, I've decided to do something very special with you. I've decided to share with you some very exclusive content that is normally only reserved for my VIP Trading Club members. Now, many of you may not be aware of this, but I have some very special traders who are members of a very special group of mine. They're called my VIP traders. They belong to my VIP Trading Club, where every single week I dedicate hours of making sure they increase their understanding of proper trading. We delve into specific trades of mine so that they understand thoroughly why I took those trades, and most importantly, they learn how to implement those same trades in their own trading. Every single week, we go over trading tips. Every single week of their lives, we delve into specific trading lessons. This program is designed to build a trader week by week so that every single week of their lives, they are increasing their level of intelligence, they're increasing their level of market sophistication, they're increasing their training, they're increasing their information, they're increasing their skill level at playing financial markets. This is actually my preferred way to train and educate a trader, to build them up week by week. And you know what's interesting about this? This program is only $15 a month. It is by far the most bang for your dollar when it comes to my programs. Now, I have always encouraged all of my traders to be part of this program, but you don't need to be a part of any other program to actually participate in my VIP Trading Club. So here's what I want to do. I want to give you a small insight into what we do every single week and every single month of these traders' lives. Take a look at one of my recent trade reviews. And from this single trade review, you'll be able to glean something that you'll be able to use in your trading every single day of your life. Take a look.
Hi, VIP Trading Club members. Listen, today I took a very interesting position. This position was a short. I took a short on Facebook this morning, and this represented the vast majority of my profits in the first 30 minutes of trading. Now, what makes this trade so interesting? It was a short, and it was against the prevailing trend. Now, I don't know if you've been following the markets as closely as you should be over the last several months or what have you, but short in this market are very, very precarious. This continues to be predominantly a long market, and I want to make sure that you guys understand that. This is not a market to aggressively be going short. It's not going to stay like this, but this is the market that we have right now. I'm constantly reminding my traders that down equals up. Remember this, down equals up. We are in that market phase where down equals up. Down usually right now does not mean short. So listen, I am a natural shorter. I've been a natural shorter since the late 1980s. In fact, the crash of 1987 is what actually in the early part of my professional career, when I was just getting started, the crash of 1987 was so impressed upon my mind and my young experience at the time that I saw how huge the potential was on the short side. And this gave me a short bias early in my career. And since then, I have developed the vast majority of my skills on the short side. So this is not a market environment that is my perfect market environment, but I understand what it is. It's a long dominated market, but still I'm able to find these unique moments to grab my short opportunities. I am playing the markets long, of course, because that's just where we are. I'm just a more aggressive shorter than I am a long player when it comes to short-term trading. I'm a far more aggressive trader on the long side when it comes to long-term trading, just the opposite. And that is a great pairing as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, let's go to my unique short this morning on Facebook, and I'm going to give you the reasons behind my desire to go against my prevailing knowledge right now that down equals up and we are in a long market bias. Take a look. Okay, traders. Unfortunately, this morning, I was unable to play the open, but I did manage to come into the market shortly after the opening period, which can last anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes of trading. Had I been present at the open, Facebook would have presented a really nice, interesting opportunity right in one of my favorite locations, just above the 200 period moving average here, and the run-up was quite impressive. So being unable to take advantage of the run-up, I did see this topping tail form right there. Look at that topping tail bar. And that topping tail bar is forming after a multi-green bar run-up to the upside. We have a decent amount of space between that tail and the key moving averages below that tail. And what's also interesting is that that tail is forming in the area of a round number, 265. Those of you who have been following my trade reviews and my lessons here, you should understand the key importance of round numbers and space. So I take a short just under the green portion of the topping tail bar. My stop can be one of two stops. I can either place my stop above the topping tail bar, which is the more preferred stop, but if that stop happens to be too far away for comfort, if that stop above the tail bar happens to break my risk rules, I must use the alternative stop, which is above the entry bar. So the red bar following the tail bar is my entry bar. The stop would have to go above the entry bar should the topping tail bar stop break my personal maximum loss per trade rule. Remember that. The stop can be above the tail, which is the preferred stop, but it can also be above the entry bar, always, should the key stop be a little too far for comfort. In this case, for me, I wanted the stop above the topping tail bar. I was willing to take that risk, and that's where I had my mental stop. Now, I want you to take a look at the multi-bar run to the upside, and let's split that run up in half. Let's create a 50% retracement area. Now, again, those of you who have been with me for a while, receiving my weekly trade reviews and my monthly lessons and things of that nature, you should understand the importance of cutting almost everything in half, creating that 50% level. My goal was to start taking profits or to get out of Facebook at or around that 50% level. Why? Because number one, I'm fighting the prevailing trend. Number two, I am in positive territory. What's positive territory? I'm above all key moving averages. So I already have two things against me. I'm going against the prevailing trend and I'm going against my position. So that's not a time to look for the home run in a play, the big gain. That's a time to go for more of a scalp toward a short-term oriented trade. A scalp being 1/3 retracement, a trade being closer to the half position. I felt that we were high enough to be able to get the half. And so I began to cover as we began to approach the $263 price area. Now there we go with a round number concept again. Now if you can see very carefully, Facebook came into that $263 area, broke it a little bit. I'm covering or getting out of all of my play on that move to the downside. Subsequently, after I exited the play, that stock moves from slightly under 263 and starts to move aggressively to the upside. And look at what happens almost instantly after I get out of the short for an almost $2,000 gain. Take a look. Boom! And that's the magic of that 50% level. That's the magic of that round number concept of 263. And that falls in line with down in this market ultimately leads to aggressive up. So I want you to see very clearly how I am taking the individual concepts I've shared and taught you through various trade reviews and lessons here at VIP. I am putting all of those or many of those concepts together into a neat little package that helps me not only find entry points for my plays, but find extraordinarily ideal exit points for my trades. And so this is what I want you to do. We are building our approach week by week, month by month. And as you grow your knowledge through these VIP Trading Club trade reviews, lessons, tips, you're going to grow your acumen, you're going to grow your level of market sophistication, you're going to grow your skill, which will ultimately lead to you growing your profits. Stay close, traders. We're just getting started. I'll see you in the next trade review. Boom!